Today we are making a video on mxlinux 23 beta 2 edition. This ISO file is released today. So here is a boot menu. I'm going to explain everything about the mxlinux 23 and also the release notes, everything. So here is the boot menu. Let's quickly boot it in a live mode. So here are some of the options like F2 for language selection and F3 for time zone. I'm going to choose Los Angeles for my time zone, and F4 for some options, F5 for persist, F6 for failsafe, and F7 for console size. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. So here is also a date when it is released. So it's June 15, 2023. So let's quickly boot. It's going to take a few seconds. Exact seconds should be like 30 to 40 seconds, a maximum or minimum, or maximum should be like a minute. So the again, remember this is a beta version. So it's going to take few more seconds. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe because I'll be posting 2 videos daily without missing any day. So here is a welcome screen, which is mxlinux 23, and it's a second beta edition. I already made a first beta edition. If you want to check that out, you can check that out just by searching in my channel. Like type mxlinux 23 beta and it will be available there. So in this video, I'm going to explain the installation process and the what is new in the beta 2 edition. Like going to the website, I'm going to show you the download process and the release notes also. So I think this is the latest wallpaper available, I guess. I don't remember the beta 1 edition video because I will be posting 2 videos daily, so I can't properly remember that. So let's quickly change the resolution. Let's go to the display settings first and see what is our settings. Display, and it's exactly 1920 into 1080 because my monitor is 1920 into 1080. There are a lot of plenty of resolutions available. You can choose any resolution here according to your monitor. So mine is 1920 into 1080 with a 16:9 ratio. So this is the code name, which is Libretto, and here is the about section, xfce 4.18.1. Here is a quick all the system information. I'm going to show you that, and the user password is a demo, and super user root password is root. So remember this thing, it will be helpful in the uh, beginning after the launching some of the credentials, things like that, like lock screen, all that things. You need to remember this thing. So let's first check the system monitor and see how much of resources it consumes in the beginning of the video. And I'm going to show you at the end of the video also, because you will be getting an idea of how much of resources will be consuming. So after system monitor, let's go to the website. So first, let's go to the system monitor resources, and the CPU is almost like a 25%, under 25%. That is pretty good, and it's XFC desktop environment. It's okay because it's XFC desktop environment usually consumes low, like LXQT, LXDE. These are all the lightweight Linux desktop environments, not like GNOME and KDE Plasma. They are midweight, not the heavy using desktop environments. Don't get me wrong. And the memory is almost like a 1.1 GB. It's still good, not bad, but it should be like a 700 to 800 MB. That will be good. And the LXQT or LXD desktop environment will consume like 500 MB, 600 MB. So that's the reason I said like that. Right now it's 1.2 GB. I didn't open any of the apps. This is the beginning of the video. We didn't open any applications or something like that. So here is complete system information. If you want to remember this thing, you can remember, or you can put the video of the beginning of the video and ending of the video. I'm going to show you the task manager again at the end of the video. So let's quickly open the terminal and get some of the system information, or you can go to the about section of the MX tools. You can get the full system information there. So here are some of the commands. I'm going to show the both of the options. First, let's type in the command which is inxi-sv8. This is going to open the or give the complete information of the Linux distro. Let's quickly change the background of the theme so you can properly see. Color, load presets, black and white. You can now see properly. So the host is a MX1, kernel is a 6.1. I think the latest kernel version should be like a 6.3, 6.4 like that. So it's a 64-bit architecture, compiler GCC version 12.2.0. So the XFCE version already mentioned here, it is 4.18.1, GTK version 3.24.36, and the distro is a MX23 Beta 2 Libretto and June 15, 2023. They give complete information here. So the base is Debian New Linux 12. This is the latest version of the Debian 12 bookworm. I already made a video on this. I made like all the desktop environment with the Debian 12, like KDE Plasma, LXDE, LXQT, everything. If you want to check that out, you can check that out in my previous video. I think like 2-3 days back, I completed the all desktop environments of Debian 12. So here is the RAM. I'm using a 4 GB of RAM for my hard disk, not the hard disk. Sorry for that. For the virtual machine, which is a VMware, I'm using a 4 GB of RAM, and this is my CPU. If you want the information of my CPU, here it is. So let's scroll it down. I think we completed this part like this. Like Light DM version is 1.26.0. It's completed. So let's go down. So here are the all the display resolution or the monitor settings available, and the OpenGL version is a 4.3 and Mesa is 22.3.6. So Pipewire version is a 0.3.65, and these are some of the information. If you want to go through this, you can go through by pausing the video. I'm using a 80 GB of hard disk for my VMware. So here it is, 80 GB, and I forgot to mention that I'm running it on a VMware as a virtualization, because I don't want to run it on my main PC, because it's always good to boot it in a live boot, and it always a good idea to boot it in a virtualization, so it will be safe. So here is the some of the information, which is process running right now are 294, uptime is a 4 minute, wake ups are 22, init system vinit version 3.0.6, 3.06, sorry, bash version is a 5.2.15, INXI version is 3.3.26. Let's type in another command, which is cat etc issue. So here is some of the information. MX22 Beta 2 Libretto 64-bit powered by Debian. So here is some of the information. Let's type in the neofetch if it's pre-installed. Neofetch is always pre-installed in the mxlinux. I forgot that. So here is the neofetch. Let's type in some of the command like inxi. These are all the same information as the above, so nothing different, just in a short form. Let's type in inxi. So let's type in another command, which is inxi-b, which is small b. So these are all the complete same information as the above mentioned, so nothing different, just a short form. So let's type in htop. mxlinux is like everything is pre-installed, so no need to try to install anything. You just need to type in some of the commands. That's pretty good. And about terminal, I think I showed you already. Let's go to the website by launching the Firefox web browser. So here is some of the system information, just a short information like a hard disk is a 0%, memory which is RAM and CPU. So let's check the version before of the Firefox. Here is the information. This is the latest version of a Firefox. I already made a video on it, so if you want to check that out, you can check that out. I make every video of the Linux as soon as they release whatever the new software or the ISO file. I'll be making that content, so no need to wait for anything. So if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe because I'll be posting 2 videos. So here is a release note of mxlinux 23 Libretto beta 2 edition. This is a second edition or a second beta version. So this is a xfce desktop environment. Most of the people will go with the xfce desktop environment, uh, and next to the Fluxbox and then KDE Plasma. So it's up to you to choose whatever desktop environment you want. If you have a low-end PC, it's always good to go with the XFCE or a Fluxbox. So if you want to go with the KDE Plasma, it's clearly up to you. No problem with it. So it's built from Debian 12 bookworm, which I already mentioned, and the latest MX repositories as well. In the past release, sysVinit, but system D commands an option for installed systems. If you want to go through all these things, you can go through in their website by just typing the mxlinux in the search term of your search engine. So these are all the complete new information, or the new what's new of the Debian based mxlinux. Desktop versions xfce 4.18, Fluxbox version is 1.3.7, and KDE Plasma is also latest version. So you are getting all the latest version desktop environments. So here are some of the information: pulse audio, pipewire. I already showed everything. So known issues. Here are some of the known issues. If you want to feedback, you can feedback like going to this link, which will take you to the MX Linux forum. So here it is. So all this is information. NVIDIA installer complete information is here. You can go to their website and check it out on your own. So here are all the download links. I downloaded the 64-bit. So it will directly take you to the SourceForge website, and it's going to take like a maximum of 3-4 seconds, and the download will pop up right here. So here it is. The file size is around like a 2 GB, which is low. Even if you are having a Metro connection or a limited internet connection, so you should be good with it, I guess. 2 GB of RAM, 2 GB of ISO file. Sorry for that. Download size is a 2 GB. Let me show other ISO files too. So it will help you to download the ISO file, whatever the ISO file you want. If you have unlimited internet connection, you don't need to worry. If you have limited internet connection, so this part is for them. So let's see how much of the ISO file size it is. The KDE Plasma version should be like a 2.4 GB, which is 400 MB extra. So let's go check out the Fluxbox also. I don't recommend you to download the 32-bit version because it's 2023. No one will be downloading. Only few people who want to test it, they will be going with the 32-bit 1.7 GB. It's also low. So if you want 32-bit, it's completely up to you. I'm not going to judge you. So it's always better to go with a 64-bit in my opinion. So clearly up to you to choose whatever you want. So that was the downloading process and the release notes or a release announcement. Let me close. And you already know the installation process. No need to show everything. I'm just going to show you just the basic thing. So this is the installation or the installer. You need to choose your keyboard settings, and you need to choose your hard disk. Whether you choose the VMware or your main PC or work PC. I'm not going to recommend you to download and use it or install it on your main PC because it's still in a beta version. It should be having some of the bugs we properly don't know, because I'm using just right now. I download it right now and I'm using like this. I can't even recommend you because I didn't use for hours, like 2 to 3 hours, so I could recommend you because I'm just using right now. So I am not going to recommend you to download the beta version. Only if you want to test it, you can download and use it in a virtualization. Don't try to install it in a main PC or work PC because some of the bugs will ruin your PC. I'm not going to uh, ask you to do that. So this is the installation process of clicking in next. It's going to pop up like username, password, all the basic things. so nothing is different there. So that's the installation process. So again, I'm going to warn you, don't try to install it on your main PC or a work PC. Only if you have like a uh, low-end PC or the PC you don't use for the work purpose like that, you can use it. If you want to use it, you can use it in a virtualization that will be safe. So that's the installation process. Let's go to the some of the system information and some of the other features like that. So before that, I forgot to show you that about complete system information. I already showed you. I'm going to show you in the other option style like this. So you can directly click on it to get the system information instead of typing the complete commands. So here is the complete system information and other information. You just need to tick on it and the information will be available here. Or you can directly type the commands which I showed in the beginning of the video. So it's clearly up to you. If you want to save text, you can save it like there by clicking on save text. And let's go to the about version. So these are some of the about information. You can even click on the install mxlinux right from here, or you can go to the installer, same process, just two style or two shortcuts you can call it. So let's close it and let's go to some of the desktop settings and check out the some of the desktop settings. I think they give like few wallpaper, I guess. This is the latest one. I think this is the older version. I don't properly remember. If you remember, you do let me know in the comment section below. Or you can choose any wallpaper. This is a good one. Let's check it out. The wallpaper is pretty good. So these are some of the information or the features of the desktop. You can change the volume. Everything is same as the older version. No, nothing is changed. So no need to worry. So here is the battery, removable disk, and for this you need to type in the password, which is a demo, which I already showed you in the beginning of the video at the about welcome screen. So you need to remember that password. Demo for the normal user, and for root the password is root. I'm going to show that again because you don't need to get confused there. So let's type in about. So here is the super user root, password is root, and user demo password is demo. So let's open the Synaptic Package Manager. About is a 0.91.3. I guess this is the latest version. So the installed version will be highlighted like the tick mark, and the versions installed version will be like here, and the latest version will be here. So let me quickly scroll it down. It's going to take a lot of time, so I'm going to quickly speed it up. If you want to slow it down, you can change the playback speed in the YouTube by 0.25. You can properly see it. I think you should be seeing properly right in the normal speed. So these are some of the information. Let me close this thing and let's check out some of the other features. So these are all the wallpapers, menu, icon, home. Let's check out the some of the about of file manager. Let's quickly open some of the applications and check out how much resources will it consume. And let's go to all applications and let's open some of the apps. On the accessories, nothing changed, so no need to open. Let's quickly open the task manager so we can see how much of resources it consumes. Genie on the development. Under the games, you don't need to open games. Document scanner. Under the graphics, we don't get a GIMP, so no need to worry. Let's open Thunderbird. on the internet. This is a torrent client. No need to open that also because it's not important. Pulse audio volume controller. Let's open that also. And let's open the like Elsa audio and it is a strawberry play music. I think this is a music player. Let's open the VLC media player. So I think we don't need anything. Under the MX tools, these are all the some of the common things. So let's open NVIDIA driver installer. And under the office, we need to open the LibreOffice because that's the commonly used application. Office, we still got like a PDF arranger. I think this is the latest application, I guess. Do let me know in the comments below. I think that's the latest. This is the latest app, I guess. This was available in the past version also. This thing, the QPDF view. This one is the latest, and orange calendar I properly don't remember. So do let me know in the comments below. So on the settings side, you get the basic things. No need to open all these things. Under system, just time shift. No need to open anything. Gparted and like a disk utilizer, usage analyzer. Sorry. So I think I opened like almost 10 apps, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like almost 12 apps. So the NVIDIA driver installer, the password should be like a DEMO. So I think the password should be like a root. I don't know the password. The password should be like a demo and the root. Let's try to just ignore that. The time shift should be the password like a demo. And the Gparted should be also demo. Let's click finish. And let's first check the task manager. So here are all the system resources consuming right now. Memory is almost like a 59%, like a 2.2 GB of a 4 GB of RAM, and process are 300. CPU is like a 40-50%. I think this is still best because I already opened like 10 apps, 10 to 12 apps. So it's still good. On the system side, system consuming side, it's still good in my opinion. Do let me know if what you think. So let's quickly check all the information. So this is a xfce, about xfce. Let's close that. Genie. Let's type in something like my channel URL. And let's type like subscribe. And let's check about. Here is the complete version. Let's close it. You can highlight, underline, do anything you want. Document scanner. Let's check the version. 42.5. The main thing, it didn't crash. That's the main thing. And xfce, I think they don't crash most of the time. Not most of the time. 99% of the time it didn't crash. I used like almost every Linux distro of xfce desktop environment. I didn't have any problem with it because they are all the lightweight desktop environment. So volume controller, these are all the options. I'm using a mic, so it's showing the uh, decibel here, I guess. Microphone, all the other options. Let's close it. And the VLC media player, I think you should be having like a latest version 3.0.18. I don't know this is the latest version or not. And this is the terminal, like a pipe wire. All the information is here. Let's close it. And gparted, let's check the version 1.3.1. Time shift, I think I showed the about, I guess. This is the about. So let's check the about disk usage analyzer 43.0 and the LibreOffice. We opened like most of the heavy consuming resource consuming apps, but it's still going good. If we had like a GIMP, Blender, and like Inkscape, that should be we should be seeing some of the high CPU consuming resources because they are the heavy resource consuming apps like Inkscape, GIMP. GIMP is not that much, but Blender and Inkscape should be consuming more. So that's the LibreOffice. Let's close the LibreOffice also. So let's check out the version of Fullet. I think these are all the right now it's 1.5 GB of RAM. Before all the apps opened, it was like a 2.2 GB. In the beginning of the video, it was 1.2 GB. Now it's 1.5 GB. When apps were opened, it was like 2.2 GB. Everything is properly, what you call it? Like it's consuming less resources, so that's on the good side. Even it's a beta version, we don't have any crashed like anything. But I'm not going to recommend you to use it on a work PC or a main PC. You can still use it in like a virtualization or a PC which you don't use for work. So it's clearly up to you. So I don't see any bugs or like a crash, anything like that. So it's pretty stable. Right now, I don't know, like after using like 6 to 7 years, 7 hours, sorry, I think it should be still good because we didn't get any of the bugs or like that. So I think I covered everything, I guess. So all the desktop features, all these things. So there is nothing left to show here. Everything is same from the previous versions also. So these are all the same information or nothing changed from the older version. So I think that's it for the video. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.